Hello, everybody. My name is Heaven, and I am your English Language Arts instructor. In this video, we will be discussing the impact of environment on mood and emotional wellness. So moods, we all have them, and being able to define and identify mood is a key part of deciphering messages between people, within texts, and within ourselves. Our moods impact our interactions and relationships with others and with ourselves, which is why being able to identify our moods and what influences them is so important. Our moods impact our emotional wellness overall. In this slide, we have the 5 main characters from Pixar's Inside Out. We have fear, disgust, joy, anger, and sadness. And in this digital age, some of us might be used to communicating how we feel through emojis. And if we don't know how we feel, sometimes we know that we're in a bad mood or we're in a good mood. But beginning to be able to identify our moods is going to help us learn how to improve our emotional wellness overall. When we think about environment, we might think about the outdoors. And yes, nature is vital to our well-being, but it's not the only environment. And our environments play a huge role in our moods, whether or not we realize it. So environments include our towns and cities, the kind of people we're exposed to, the light and the sound in those towns and cities, the colors. They include our neighborhoods, who we see there, what kind of cars are driven, what is the state of the neighborhood? Is it an urban neighborhood, a suburban neighborhood, a rural neighborhood? Our environments include our homes and our bedrooms, the state of the cleanliness and the organization, and the state of our relationships within those environments. And environments include our schools and our classrooms, how we're treated, who we see, who our friends are, what our classrooms look like. So much goes into environment, and it's important to begin to think about what environments you occupy and how they affect you and your moods overall. Because our environments do impact our moods. And when we begin to realize this, we can have the power to change that. We can help shift our moods by shifting our environments. This is just one example. Here we see disgust standing in her messy room. She doesn't look too happy. And honestly, the state of her bedroom, the disorganization, the chaos might be a reflection of how she feels on the inside. So when she goes through the action of cleaning and organizing that space, she might begin to feel more light, more organized on the inside, and a little bit more joyful. She can find things easier, she can feel easier, she can think easier. This is what happens when we take power over our environments and when we express our agency to do something about how we feel. So that's what the process of this next couple weeks is going to be about. The purpose is to chart our moods based on the states of our environments and to journal on the subtle daily changes we make to increase our emotional wellness. Everything you need is going to be on Google Classroom, and I'm going to show you that in just a minute. First, let's go over the checklist. So follow these steps. You're going to open Google Classroom and open your Google document, My Reading Guide, and answer as you go. You're going to read the 5 short articles and fill out My Reading Guide. I promise they are not too long. And then when you're done, you're going to submit your reading guide. From there, you'll complete a quiz and turn it in. You can use your reading guide on your quiz, which makes it important for you to fill out this reading guide. This reading guide also has a lot of reflection points on it and summarization points on it, which are going to be important for future steps in this unit. So it's really important for you to figure that out and fill it out as you go. And then finally, we're going to open the Google document, the mood tracker, and daily reflective journal. And this is what you're going to be working on over the next 9 days. So let me go ahead and show you where to find all that. we're going to go into the Google Classroom. Like I said, open the Google Classroom. In the classwork tab of the Google Classroom, you will find everything you need here. The articles and reading guide, the 5 articles are here, as well as a supplementary material, Plutchik's Wheel of Emotions, and then the reading guide, Answer As You Go. If you click this, you'll see the reading guide here. The readings are sectioned out. The links are there for you if you need to open the links from the reading guide. When you're done with this reading guide, turn it in and move on to the quiz. The quiz is also there on Google Classroom for you, and it looks like this. The quiz has multiple choice, it has some fill in the blank, it has some short and long answer, and like I said, you can use your reading guide on your quiz, so you're going to want to fill out both of those. And finally, we're going to go over to the mood tracker and the daily reflective journal, which is here. When you open it, you're going to see this, which you saw on the video slide just a few moments ago. Here are the 8 primary emotions that we're going to be working with: happiness, sadness, tired, angry, hyper, anxious, irritable, and calm. Throughout the days of the next 9 days, you're going to think about how you feel in the morning, the afternoon, and the evening. And then you're going to go ahead and journal about it. I want you to think about ways that you can act to change your mood. So for example, I'm going to copy and paste angry, and I'm going to show you how to do this. On Monday morning, I woke up feeling angry. And that's because I had a really bad dream. So I got up and I took a couple breaths and I splashed some water on my face. And that made me feel more calm. And I kept that calm attitude with me throughout the rest of the afternoon. And I didn't let things bother me until the evening time, when I started to feel a little bit hyper. Okay, so you follow me? I'm just talking about how I feel, what made me feel that way, and what I did to get out of those feelings and to transition into something a little bit better. All right, let's go back to the presentation. Emotions, feelings, and moods in our environments. You're going to read these on the 6 seconds article, the first article that you're going to read as you fill out your reading guide. These are some of the definitions. I'm not going to take the time to read them right now, but I wanted to explain this. Plutchik's Wheel of Emotions is there to help you get a little bit deeper about understanding feelings. So here in the core are some of the more like intense feelings that we can feel: grief, loathing, rage, vigilance, ecstasy, admiration, and terror. So say we have admiration for someone, and that grows into trust, and that trust becomes acceptance. So we accept them for who they are, and they accept us for who we are, and we begin to love them. And in that love, we find joy and serenity. And in that joy and serenity, we find optimism, which makes us feel more interested in life, in other people, in things that we're interested in. On the other hand, we begin to trust and accept somebody, and they might be more dominant than us, and we learn to submit. We learn to let our own boundaries go because we want to be liked by them, which then creates apprehension. This isn't always the case. This is just an example. So this wheel is really to show us how all of the emotions are interconnected, and we can feel more than one emotion at once. Mixed emotions are very common, which is why it's important for us to start to learn how to identify our emotions so we can start to work with them and ultimately improve our moods overall, which will improve our overall emotional wellness. Again, complete the daily mood tracker and reflective journals. There are 9 days of them, and you will want to begin to think about ways that you can change your own actions, change your environments, change what environment you are in to help you get into a better mood when you are in a bad mood. Overall, this is going to contribute to our multidisciplinary unit by giving you the background knowledge, the EQ vocabulary, and the reflection skills that you will need in order to complete the writer's workshop, where we complete the business invitation research and the business invitation letter, as well as the assembly brochure and overall the wellness assembly. You will also be working with your PE class, your dance class, your math class, and your social science class. So what you learn in here can be transferred over to your other classes as we all work together to build this wellness assembly and this overall information about how to improve our emotional wellness. So follow the steps and remember it's a process. You're going to do great. I'm here for you for whatever you need, and good luck.